よーし、こうなったら世界中を鋼鉄の塊にしちまおうか。そして世界中を錆び腐らせて宇宙のモグズに返してやろうか。
That is the most metal thing I ever heard in my whole life.
Welcome back to Best Asian Horror Movies. I'm your host Blinky, and today we're going to be exploring Japanese body horror masterpiece TETSUO the Iron Man. We're also going to be looking at the insane production and filming process that brought the film to life. At the end of the video, we're going to give the movie our own rating based on story, atmosphere, and flesh-corrupting terror. Before we begin, please like and subscribe.
Thank you.
TETSUO the Iron Man is a groundbreaking Japanese cyberpunk horror film that was written, directed, produced, and edited by Shinya Tsukamoto, who also starred as the film's lead antagonist. Set in a dystopian industrial world, the plot revolves around an unnamed salaryman who undergoes a terrifying transformation into a metal abomination. The film kicks off with the metal fetishist, played by Tsukamoto himself, who is obsessed with inserting scrap metal into his body. After he embeds a metal rod in his thigh and becomes infected, he panics and bolts into the street, only to be hit by a car. Instead of seeking help, the driver, the salaryman, and his girlfriend decide to dump the body in the woods and cover up the incident. Not long after, the salaryman starts to notice strange changes in his own body. He finds a metal splinter in his cheek, and soon, mechanical appendages and metallic growths begin to sprout from his skin. His condition worsens rapidly, wires and pipes burst forth, his limbs start malfunctioning, and his raging mega-hard boner morphs into a massive drill. Yep, been there before. His girlfriend tries to help him, but she too ends up infected by the same metallic virus. In one of the film's most disturbing scenes, their violent and passionate lovemaking tragically results in her death. This loss sends the salaryman further into madness and transformation, unmooring him from reality and sending him down a dark path to seek revenge against the world. Eventually, he confronts the metal fetishist, who has miraculously survived and transformed into a grotesque hybrid of human and machine. Kind of like the Borg from Star Trek. Their confrontation leads to a frenetic chase and surreal battle. At the end of their epic duel, they fuse into a monstrous techno-organic being. As they merge, their minds blend together, leading to a bizarre understanding. Instead of battling, they decide to use their new form to encase the entire world in metal.
We will make everything metal. Blacker than the blackest black, times infinity.
The film was created on a budget of just over $100,000 US and took over 18 months to film and produce, with numerous technical issues and interpersonal conflicts. One could argue the production process was as intense and chaotic as the film itself. Many scenes were shot without permits in abandoned buildings, alleyways, or cramped apartments, giving the film its raw, underground vibe. Ultimately, the movie's aggressive style and DIY quality became one of its defining features. Following the success of his earlier works with the Kaiju Shiata Theater Group, which produced dystopian and visually striking plays and shorts, Tsukamoto was determined to expand his reach and deliver a full-length film. TETSUO the Iron Man was essentially an adaptation of the troupe's last short film, The Phantom of Regular Size. The final cut would be around an hour and 10 minutes, but close enough. Certainly didn't need to be any longer. The film was ultimately shot in black and white 16mm film, which Tsukamoto determined would enhance its gritty industrial look, the deep color contrast and grainy texture adding to the feelings of claustrophobia and decay. Sorry, my voice sounds like shit, I'm getting over a cold. The monochrome visuals emphasize the blending of flesh and metal, often making the two materials indistinguishable, and also helping the film pass certain censors as the blood was nearly impossible to tell apart from other liquids. The camera work is relentless, using tight, fast-moving, handheld shots to draw viewers into the turmoil of the salaryman's physical and psychological breakdown. One of the standout aspects of TETSUO is its editing. The film is packed with rapid cuts and stop-motion sequences that create a disorienting rhythm. The metal transformation scenes rely heavily on stop-motion to give the effect of wires and scrap metal slithering in and out of our hero's body, making the transformation look unnatural and otherworldly. Tsukamoto often shot these labor-intensive sequences frame by frame himself, initially gluing pieces of metal onto his suit one by one until it felt right. Tsukamoto drew inspiration from cyberpunk aesthetics, industrial music, and experimental cinema, citing the works of David Lynch and Katsuhiro Otomo. He also channeled the alienation he said he felt living in hyper-industrialized Tokyo, with technology coming to dominate society and building, rather than breaking down barriers between individuals. Somewhat similar to the theme of Pulse. Hey, where could I watch an awesome video about Pulse? Oh, right here! Whoa, what's that? Sound design plays a crucial role too. Chu Ishikawa's industrial score is key to the film's atmosphere. The music uses clanking metal, grinding machinery, and distorted percussion, along with epic techno and jazz. This mirrors the harsh metallic world inhabited by the characters. It serves not just as background music, but also propels the narrative, creating a sort of sensory overload that parallels the protagonist's mental dissolution. The film's legacy is huge. It positioned Tsukamoto as a trailblazer in Japanese cyberpunk and influenced a generation of filmmakers. Directors like Quentin Tarantino and Darren Aronofsky have credited it as a significant influence, helping pave the way for more experimental and independent Japanese cinema to reach a global audience. TETSUO also helped shape a new wave of body horror that tackled themes of post-humanism, technology, and alienation in ways that few films had done before. Here at Best Asian Horror Movies, we're going to be rating our films based on 3 criteria: story, atmosphere, and terror, with each category eligible for a maximum of 6 bloody skulls. Not really much of a story here in the traditional sense, and there are only around 4 or 5 lines of dialogue. It's mostly just screaming and grunting. It feels more like something you'd find in a modern art museum or a very long music video, especially this scene. But it is certainly unique, and is very cool to use your own imagination to think about how the two would ultimately turn everything into metal. Nathan Explosion would be proud. Alright, let's go 4 bloody skulls. I mean, no question here, there is nothing like this out there. Even other body horror films with massive budgets can't capture the same brutal industrial aura as Tetsuo. The industrial music was just 100% perfect for the film. It is a totally unique, disgusting abomination. 6 bloody skulls. The terror here, of course, isn't in the dread or number of scares. Maybe I'm messed up in the head, but I found it to be more of a dark comedy than a horror movie. Especially the ending scene where the metal fetishist turns into a metallic serpent and just charges across the room head first and fuses with the salaryman. I thought that was just outrageous. But as a body horror film, it really is second to none. Maybe The Thing, okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go with 5 bloody skulls here. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Apologies again for my voice. And let me know what I should review next, and I'll see y'all next time. Okay, bye!